it's been a while, but I'm back. Hopefully not for the last time, obviously. But I am back doing this. Hopefully I'll have somebody joining me, but welcome to the Stint 3 C Lobby of the TORA 10 Hours of Sunset. This is the only stint I am doing here. Hopefully I can see if I can get Insane Leader. He might be joining me as part of, he would be a co-commentator for all of this. But if not, it might just be me. Hopefully he does join. It'd be nice. It'd be nice to have someone else who's here. I got one of my fans on for all my console and stuff like that, because I want to keep this going for as long as possible. Yeah. But anyway, it's been a while since I've streamed over on here, and probably for good reason. I very rarely stream on my end. Most of the time I'm streaming over at Twitch Monster 27, which there's only a handful of races for them left. As I am going to get things going. I'm gonna try to see if I can let me see if I can let me see creator dashboard. I'm gonna see if I can get some people in here. That is stream info. 1 second. Oh yes, you probably are seeing a new name for my Twitch. It is no longer under the Damage Incorporated name. It is Demon Master Review Streams now. New picture and everything, and hopefully we get some people up in here. Now we got one person up in here. Welcome to the one viewer in here. Get that taken care of later. But yes, I changed the Twitch name. It is no longer, like I said, it is no longer Damage Incorporated. It is now Demon Master Review Streams, because I am working on something kind of cool. Hopefully, like I said, I hope that he does. Hopefully he joins, but I'm looking and seeing that he ain't in here yet. Hopefully we'll get this whole... Maybe we can get it situated, hopefully. Maybe I have to leave and then have to... Maybe I need to Maybe I probably need to leave and then invite him to a party again. Let's see if that works. Hey, where I get, buddy? Hopefully he'll... There he is. Hey, there you are, man. What's up?
We're just... It's been running behind. Yeah, we've been running behind. Also, heads up, in the winner of Stint 1 in both the top and the bottom category, they went back-to-back, they went to Stint 2, and both of them were on track to win again, and both of them disconnected, and they were the only disconnects.
Oh wow, damn. Dang.
Yeah.
Good to know.
So everything's wide open amongst all of the C lobby teams, at least amongst each other.
Yeah. But I am seeing quite a bit of some big names over here. I see an NWR guy over here in Birchie, which is... That's a first for me seeing an NWR driver this low, though. Because normally those guys
NWR Origin drove that car in the first two stints. And they were going to finish top 3 in Stint 1.
Yeah,
then they disconnected with 10 minutes left, but they came home second in Stint 2.
Nice. That's a good friend. That's a good friend of mine. I remember him when he was Wipeout, if I'm correct. That's the old RVN Wipeout. He used to drive for me. Hey, also Origin, if you're in the chat, hey Origin. Wipeout, Wonder, whatever you go by nowadays. Got my team our first Stint win back in late 22. That's a while ago. Dang. We got 2 people up in here. Welcome everybody. But yes, we got quite a bit of people up in here. Some familiar faces. Oh, make sure to include audio whenever you can. We got some...
I don't have the option to include audio right now.
Oh, I haven't. Oh crap! I forgot about the whole audio thing. Okay, so hopefully that works now.
Oh, I do now. All right.
Okay.
There we are.
Okay, there we go.
Have you been able to include your audio also?
I see the box, but I ain't including it. Oh, I guess I could now. Hello, everyone on Insane Stream. Yeah, well, whew, so yes, we're technical ropes, yes. Okay, so hopefully we got all this situated.
Okay, other things to take note of. For those of you who are on Dremor's stream who didn't catch the heads up earlier, Stint 1, the winners for Stint 1 in both categories were trying to go back-to-back in Stint 2, and both of them disconnected. They were the only disconnects in Stint 2. So there is no team that has significant advantage in either of the categories amongst all the C Lobby teams right now. Other thing is that the NWR entrant in this series, they were on track for a third place result in Stint 1. However, they also had disconnected in Stint 1 with 10 minutes left. They bounced back and had a second place finish in Stint 2. With the way that everything is looking right now, I believe, although I could be wrong, is going to be the yellow-looking Mercedes. I don't know which driver it is that will be there, but I do believe it's the yellow painted Mercedes that will be leading overall distance in top category here amongst the C Lobby drivers. I also do want to go ahead and give a real quick shout out to, I want to make sure I get their name right here. I'm going to very quick shout out to Apex Dragon. Dragon and Glitty Kitty had a real good fight all the way down to the very end for the bottom category in Stint 2. It might be a little bit controversial because Dragon was able to come to stop normally on tarmac, while Glee Kitty, when he came to stop when the time went up, ended up in the dirt, and that sent him flying a lot farther and ended up overtaking Dragon as they got on the brakes. We don't really know how that final result's going to end up, but I imagine it's going to end up going in Dragon's favor. Also is HYR Shorty, who won Stint 2 as well, so HYR does have a Stint win that they are relying on. Other big topic of note is going to be the Mercedes Mafia, as I like to call them. Of our 17 drivers in our top category, 9 of them are Mercedes. In Stint 1, 4 of our top 6 finishers were Mercedes, but in Stint 2, there was only 1 Mercedes in the top 3, only 2 Mercedes in the top 6. So the Mercedes Mafia is definitely out-enforced in numbers, but their performance still is a bit inconsistent right now. So do keep that in mind. We could be seeing a lot of stuff there. Other thing to consider is that AX Rex Miku started on pole for both the first 2 stints, but had dropped down the order a little bit. We imagine that they'll be starting a little bit lower down the order, what their teammate will be starting a little bit lower down the grid here for Stint 3, and will then be crawling their way back up through the order in the event.
Yes, and we're looking at some people over here. When it comes to the lobbies, I'm pretty sure Darkster is one of the competitors in this, unless he's just kind of one of the hosts on here. But if he isn't driving in here,
Darkster was in Stint 1, and he was on track for a second place finish, hit the wall, the little pit road entry, the pit road barrier wall, turn 1, damaged the car, still had enough speed to come home third, but missed out on second by about 60 feet because of the accident, basically derailing his pit stop strategy.
Yeah, and then we got XL, Evo, LX, rough driving here, like NWR Birchie, which is, I think this is the first time I've seen the NWR team for the first time in any of these Enduros that I've been doing. It only took about 2 or 3 years now. But we are also got Harry Paradise, UDP Saki, CBL Flume, TBR Moki, Samex 219, FTC Sadie, Formulag, SRT Henrique, Apex Fiat, Freeze JP, Mullet 56, Z28, PXM, Turismo, AMS Bread, UDP Chaos, Fox, J2 on Green, Tested Emu, and Decepticon. And excluding us, that is pretty much the field for this, at least in this stint. So it's going to be like, I wonder how this is going to be. So, got all these people, so it's going to be at the front, it's rough driving, then it's Evo. I believe, looks like Darkster might be one of those in third. So we're seeing the order being, worked on right now when it comes to this. Oof.
Okay, another thing to consider, another topic to bring up for those of you who have not been here for the first 2 stints, pit stop strategy. Typically, TORA events are very cut and dry. You just have to make 4 stops, and there's not really anything else about that. However, 4 stops, if you just want to run stops all the way through, those numbers do not work out, because this event is at a 2x tire wear instead of the normal base 1x tire wear. Basically, you can make this a 4-stop event, but you will have to run at least 1, likely 2, of your stints on the medium tires, or you can make it a 5-stop event and just go softs all the way through. The winner in Stint 1 did go 5 stops, softs all the way through, but in Stint 2, the best result that strategy got was a 3rd place result. So the jury's out on which one's a better strategy to go with, but if I had to put money down, I would think fewer pit stops would be a better option.
I think it's one of the cases that if you were in like a normal circumstance with about, if you're like on a normal kind of race, not like something like this where you have like, let's say, less than 10 to go or something like that, softs would be the way I should know. I know what it's like, especially around here. I know what it's like to have something like where you have those kind of softs on and you're like a rocket ship just going and stuff like that. Granted, I got taken out from an accident after only getting to third with like a handful of laps to go.
Bloody phone acting up. Sorry about that.
Yeah, it's all good. But knowing what it is, it's like you could, but it's like you're at the risk of being great on position. You're going all through, but you're risking that over going into the pits more times than someone like, let's say, on mediums, pretty much. Whereas someone on
apparently
mediums,
I'm having a echoing issue.
Oh, well, it's probably on me. I have a lot of things going off in the background.
Do you have the stream up in the background for you?
I got it on my phone, but the volume is muted.
I don't know where the echo would come from because I've not changed any settings from the prior since to now.
Go with the onboard cams here. I've been doing this this different angle quite a bit now, especially when they're like, it's like a restart or something like that. Oh, people are backing out. Well, yep, that's a back out. Lag happened pretty much. My screen.
Are you sure you have your phone muted?
No, it's got volume off, but like I said, the stream volume isn't on.
Okay. Do you have it set up that your Xbox volume comes through your TV speakers?
No, my TV volume is at 0.
Okay. I'm trying to think where the heck the echo would be coming from.
This is taking forever. Sorry about all of this, everybody. If I have to back out of this and restart the game, then so be it. Are you back in the lobby?
I've never left the lobby.
Okay, so it's still loading for you.
I'm still here. We're just waiting on you.
Yep, well, so it's just me that's seen black screen pretty much. Seen all the stuff pretty much. Hold on, I'm gonna have to. Frickin'
You may have to restart your Forza.
Yeah, pretty much. Of course, the console. You have to be. God, I haven't had cursing in a while. God damn you, Forza! What the hell? Like, come on. I've been on a streaming to do, and I can't curse in it. So I'm like, ugh, this is. Alrighty, hopefully this works now. Stream is back, hopefully. Alright, hopefully.
Be aware if you get back into the lobby. You may end up not being able to immediately ready up. You may have to wait a bit before you're able to ready up, because we're already about to load back onto the circuit.
Right. Joining once again. Loading. Come on. There we go. Yep, waiting now. Back in. Hopefully this time it'll work.
Alright, well, we are already starting to roll on the circuit once more.
Yep.
So it's going to be rough driving starting up front with XL Evo LS starting second, SFM Parks third, UDE Saki in fourth, and Apex Fiat fifth, followed by Sam X219, SRT MPK, Formulaic, Freeze JP, FTC, Sadie, Harry Paradise, NWR, Berkey, CBL Flume, and TBR Monkey. That would be your starting grid for your top category as they go and start accelerating. We are underway in 5 here at Sunset Peninsula. Immediately, Darcer goes for a move on the inside of Evo and bullies Darcer immediately up in the second position.
Yep, ignoring all the things that are going on my screen right now. Hopefully they'll get adjusted when they cross the line here. But yes, we got rough driving right in the lead right now.
I don't think he's going to be holding that lead for very long. SFM Darkster is right on his rear bumper here. And to the heavy braking zone at the end of the infield back straightaway. And now they'll sweep onto speedway turns 1 and 2. The last few corners here, Dark's going to have a fantastic trap should he choose to use it. Oh, he's closing. Boy, is he closing the speed. Does he go high or low? It's just the inside line. Drag race for the lead across the start finish line. Who's it going to be?
It'll be Darkster leading it.
That doesn't even take an entire lap, and Darkster goes from third to first. A little bit farther back in the bottom category, it is J2On who is leading in that number 39 Mobile One machine. That is the car that won Stint 1 and very nearly won Stint 2 until its disconnect hit. Is PXM Turismo in the car that did win Stint 2, right in second right now, followed by UDE Chaos Box, who controversially will come home second at the end of the prior stint.
Yes. It looks like these three are pretty close, but not too far behind. Chaos Box is Mullet 56. Looks like it's a 4-car train in this category, which I'm assuming this is the GT5 category right now.
Yeah, everyone from 15th on back is GT5. Everyone first to 14th is
Apologies for what everything is kind of messed up, where the GT5 cars are 1 through 6 and 21st, and then on my screen it's all kind of different. Now it's kind of starting to sort itself out pretty much now. Now it is starting to hopefully sort itself in this case. So it is, but it's not quite there yet. Okay, now we got everything kind of situated now, but originally, if you saw on my screen, the GT5 cars were like the top 26th position, precisely where J2 was. He was like 23rd. And now everything is kind of sorting itself out now, and now the GT4 cars are on top. But it is Darkster on top. But not too far behind. Yeah, finally now Darkster's on top, and we got rough driving here, and then it's Saki, not too far behind, and 11 in the safety car. Darkster McLaren car in this one. This is our TORA. Now, looking to see if we got any other battles. Not quite. Some of them there have been some. Yeah, I'm looking to see if we got any. One, I got 3 cars. Gaggle back there. Gaggle back there, I believe. Could be like a Gaggle car. Looks like we got a battle. Got 2 cars back. Formulac. That my bird. Yes, we are, if anybody is not aware, saying that I have beer. My console hasn't really done great stuff to stream and stuff like that. I can play games and stuff even when it gets really overheated. I got a fan on my console right now. So his stream is still going even while I am talking. So if anybody is hearing this,
we may have already had this and that. Wouldn't even be a full 20 minutes in.
Nope, we're good. We're good.
You know, we have lost the leader. Well, he's still on track, but the game says that we had a disconnect for the driver who had the lead in the bottom category, and now he's gone.
J2
has dropped out after leading in the top end of the GTI category, and that's going to have a significant negative impact on that team. That is back-to-back disconnects now for them after winning Stint 1.
Yeah, unfortunate once again for Green here. We're not even. Yeah, you're right. We're not even like 10 minutes into the race, and J2 is already gone.
Meanwhile, at the head of the field, Darkster got the lead early on, but rough driving is keeping Darkster honest. He has not let that McLaren scoot away, and the Mercedes Mafia holds position 2nd through 5th right now. So there are 4 groups all in a row in the top 5 positions, all trying to run down the McLaren at the head of the field at the moment.
Yes, McLarens are really good cars. I should know. My team has been in the McLaren before in the past. My God, the gap is building between Darkster and rough driving.
One thing to take note of, the yellow Mercedes of CBL Flume, I think, although I'm not 100% sure, but I think that is the team that has the over. Oh, and there's Berkey! Berkey's had a spin! Right in the last corner before you get into the banking. There's no damage, he'll be able to continue, but that plummets NWR Berkey out of the top 12. Mike Morris falls back as dead last, 14th category.
Are still looking good at the moment, but yeah, you mentioned the Berkey. Berkey lost the position right now to Sadie right now. Oh! He gets into the grass a little bit, but Berkey capitalizes. These two are in the GT4 category.
Saki goes for a gigantic dive on rough driving. Rough driving goes right, crossing over, side by side, the most technical section of the circuit, and driving's back by.
Ooh.
Mind you, that that is a bit of lack of traffic that these guys have to deal with.
Yeah,
That
we're
is
getting,
Deception
yeah, we are getting.
276, who had an
Yeah, they are
instant just
getting.
as J2 on green disconnected. And now he is having
Oh,
a
that's
big
gonna
issue,
work.
a big impact on this fourth car Mercedes fight from second to fifth.
Yeah, that's. And the last of them is AFMG at Samex 219. Out front, it is still out front of the people board. It's still dark. Laren. We got a 4-car pack battling for second. And we also got Sam battling Evo going fourth right now. Last time I was here, someone ran away with it, and last time I was doing commentary at a race here, someone ran away with it and it wasn't even close. I'm getting a strange sense of deja vu right now.
While these Mercedes continue to battle very intensely from second to fifth, something else to consider, in the top 8 positions, only 2 cars are not Mercedes. That is obviously the McLaren leading of SF and Darkster, but you also have SRT Henrique. Henrique had an accident early on in Stint 1, basically spent all day trying to pull himself out of it. Now, in that 8-wire entry, I believe that's the same 8-wire car that actually won in Stint 2, but he is trying to keep as many Mercs behind him as possible. At poise, he's struggling trying to do so.
Yep, he's in an Aston Martin car right now. That looks like Bentley.
Yeah, it's Aston. You're right.
Yep, I was like, it is an Aston, but he's got Harry Paradise right behind him, and Harry Paradise off that corner got a huge wave of momentum and goes by. Oh, but Henry fighting back on the inside right there. Not letting Harry get that position easily. Oh,
that's a lot of contact.
Yep, that's Owen and Moki. Moki also there.
So now 6 Mercedes occupy the top 7 positions now.
Yes, indeed.
Well, look at this. Darkster has opened up an absolutely absurd gap over the rest of the field. Second, third, fourth, fifth, all right on top of each other. Rough driving is like a cork in the bottle. UDP Socket so much more speed, but just can't seem to get by that number 415 William Black Merc here. And we come onto the banking once again.
Yeah, like I said, I get a really strong case of deja vu here. This layout was the layout where the guy just completely dominated and led every lap of that, except for the first lap, and maybe a couple others after it. But yeah, I'm getting a really, really strong case of deja vu again. The difference is the car. He's doing it in a McLaren other guy was doing it in a Chevy NASCAR. Still as impressive. Woo.
So now, real quickly, as we are 13 minutes into this run already, I will look at tires. Darkster is already at 49% on that left front. Rough driving on the other hoof. He is currently at 42%. So Darkster may be opening up a big gap, but he is absolutely chewing through his tires right now. Third place of UDP Saki, he is at 48%. And then XL Evo, who is in fourth, their tires are at 45%. Sam X219, who is fifth, their tires are at 48%. So right now, at least to me, it seems like Rough Driving is doing a little bit of tire management. It's not enough of a difference to just come down to a matter of soft tires versus medium tires. I think that Rough Driving is intentionally driving a little bit more cautious, trying to stretch out the length of these tires so he can try to make this a 4-stop strategy.
Yeah, one of those, like, when you're on softs, it's one of those things you gotta cast a lot.
Saki hurt to the wall! Saki
Yes.
hit the inside wall and then fend over to the outside wall going to turn number 1. And that car is destroyed! Aerodynamically, there's spring damage, everything's gone wrong! And the first member of the Mercedes Mafia takes a hit!
Yeah, we just saw that happen right there in front of us. As I was also on board with Sam, we saw that happen right there. For those who are watching right now, my God, Saki took a big hit right there. Trying to.
The rough thing for it's good and bad news for Saki. The good news is that he had burned through his tires quite a bit, so he was already likely to hit this time. The bad news is that he's just going to lose so much time, hemorrhaging position, hemorrhaging time, trying to go all the way around the entire circuit just to repair the car. This is likely going to drop him out of the top 10.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yep, and here, Saki is coming in.
Something to consider about that incident, because it happened where they had rough driving, was able to get away from Exxon Evo just a little bit, and taking Evo almost the entire lap to close back in on the Merc, and now rough driving is being held up by 5 traffic here. So the fight for second is still on, but it is not nearly as crazy of a fight as it was earlier. Now it's just 2 men going at it, or 2 cars going at it, instead of 4 guys all stuck on top of each other in a big line.
Yeah, I think some people are going to be coming in here shortly. We see the field situation for rough driving is getting pretty low.
Evo's going to get a draft of rough driving, go down the front straightaway. Will it be close enough to make a move? No, they're both coming into the pits.
Yep, they're both coming in the pits. Darkster's in the pits as well. What about me? Moki is the only one on track right now, and will in some way claim the top spot right now.
Out of the field, all electing to make stops at roughly the same time. The drivers that stay out for now are TBR Monkey, SFT Enrique, CBL Flume, NWR Berkey, and Graves JP. Those are the drivers that will and FTC Sadie. Those are the 6 drivers who are electing to wait just a little bit longer before making their first pit stop.
That would notify me, okay, they are on mediums.
No, Monkey's going to have to come in this time. He's almost burnt up his tires as well. Monkey's probably just extending his tires a little farther. It's Enrique who's probably on medium tires. He still has quite a bit of life left in them. I look at CBL Flume. He is at 58%. He's going to have to come this lap. NWR Berkey back there in 4th. Remember he had that spin earlier? He's at 62%. He's almost out of fuel as well. Priest JP, who is currently big, they are currently at 43%, so they can stay out for a little longer. And Sadie, who is way back there in 6th, they are only at 40%. They also can probably stay out for a little longer as well.
Yes, indeed. And you may see that, again, my leaderboard is kind of all over the place. As you can see, even if the gap is like 2 or 3 car lengths, it says Enrique getting the lead. And there goes Moki into the pits. Enrique is now officially in the lead. Flume is up to 2nd now. Ooh, but Flume might have to come in here soon.
It looks like Darkster is going to maintain his lead over everyone else who's already made their first stop.
Yep. Only 4 cars so far haven't pitted, but it's for good reason. As you can see, Enrique will a little bit longer on the tires, and I guess on fuel too, because he's got about, I would assume he probably topped it with a full tank maybe before the race started. Enrique is out in the lead right now. And it's Flu. The only ones at the top category that haven't pitted are Enrique, Flu, Reese, and Sadie right now. Everyone else in the top category. Oh, now we got Turismo is coming into the pits now. Old will be as well. Brett as well. What about Testadino? Will he be going to pits? Yes, the top 4 are all going in. But CBL Flume is coming in as well, so that'll be 3 cars who haven't pitted yet. Look on the situation with Reese. Yes, they got. Reese will have plenty of fuel. Sadie has plenty of fuel. Enrique's got plenty of fuel. Can make it a little bit longer than some of those.
So at this stage of the event, SRT Henrique leads, Freeze AP in second, FTC Sadie in third. These 3 drivers started on a harder tire compound. They're likely setting themselves up for a 4-stop strategy today, trying to go nice and long now. But for everyone else, the leader is SF and Darkster in the top category. In the bottom category, there's not really any kind of crazy pit stop strategy. It's very cut and dry, 4 stops, and that sees PXM Turismo in the Apex entry, currently leading in the Audi.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, Turismo was one of those that announced he's not with the XM anymore. With the Apex guys now. Currently leading that category. Chaos Box is not too far.
Darkster has enough pace. He might be able to catch and overtake Sadie before Sadie would make their first pit stop. Darkster is just that much faster than so many other drivers right now.
Yes, indeed. That McLaren is a hell of a car. And I know some people are saying that, seeing the passing, but they're not really that close. So it's kind of like technical things going on my end. So while they may say they're swapping back and forth, you can kind of tell they're not even close to each other yet. We see Sadie goes into the grass.
Darkster's going to be right there. If Darkster wants to make a move, this is going to be the perfect time for him to do so, to do something against FTC Sadie. He's got a big draft off of that mark.
Yes, he does. The inside, and now officially, Darkster is officially ahead of him. By saying that he took the past him, really they were 3, 4, 5 car lengths back. I think technical difficulties on mine.
For Henrique, would this be potential redemption? Had to come back from an accident in Stint 1. and just was nowhere near the front after the incident. Right now, though, Enrique is leading by a significant margin. You're likely going to be picking this lap. The question is going to be, where does Enrique end up in relation to all the other cars? The other thing to know, the Mercedes Mafia, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Mercedes all on the road, to 11 on track. Now, that's like to get a Cambridge here, but all the Mercedes all seem to be grouped together right now.
Yep, the leader is coming in now.
What about
Freeze also coming in.
Did he come in as well? Is he going to stay out?
Nope, stay out a little bit longer.
So at the line, Freeze KP will be our third leader in the event.
Yes. Followed by Darkser means second. While the field might last a while, Freeze's tires, on the other hand, are like, no, you ain't gonna last much longer. Got the damage up his tires. We're starting to disagree.
BL Flume and TBR Monkey were already in a fight, and then guess what? Henry Gates got right in front of them. So now this might become a menage a trois for the 8th place position, unless Henry Gates can really get these tires up to 9 quickly and start opening up the gap here. Also, WR Berkey's in the back of this as well, so this could be a 4-way fight here for the 8th position, depending on how this goes.
Yeah, they're all relatively in a line as well. That might close up. So yeah, you got some of the Mercs behind him. Reese is going to stay out a little bit longer.
FTC Sadie is considering coming in at their sideways, and they missed pit lane entrance. The car got the banking as he was trying to set out to the pits. He got the banking, the car slid out under him, and now he's lost 2-3 positions as he crosses in a whole lot of track time. Oh, and then Sam! Sam's had a spin!
Oh, it was a self-spin too! Oh my god!
And that's rough driving! He was right behind him, rough driving, has to back out because got run into the rear of Sam! All of a sudden, all of the Mercedes Mafia members seem to be having a series of issues!
Yes, we saw Sadie, and next thing you know, we see Sam is spinning. Must have clipped the curb and it spun him. Ooh, tough break for Sam, 219. Hopefully you can recover from that.
Okay, so now the question is, will Sadie be able to make it into pit lane this time? Same thing for Freeze. And look at Freeze's tires. He is at 66.6 tires on the left front.
Yes, he's going in.
Wear on that tire
Freeze is going in.
It's that problematic. But
Freeze is coming into the pits.
All right, but what if Sadie? Can Sadie safely make it into the pits here?
Sadie's going in too. Sadie will as well.
They backed up the throttle and was a lot more relaxed. Okay, so those two will now start dropping down the order, and that puts SFM Darkser back in the lead of the race. And second place is XL Evo LX. They are not too far behind Darkser. Not close enough to really fight him, but if Darkser has a mistake, he could immediately capitalize. Third place now is Harry Paradise. Fourth place is Sam, despite that self-inflicted spin. And fifth place is Rough Driving.
Well, fourth and fifth, but they are... Yeah, Sam, but yeah, all three the technical difficulties there so far. You know, there is a gap. Ruff isn't technically in fourth yet. He's close. Yes, and then we got Enrique. 6, Percy in 7, Flume 8. Going bull with okay. Then we got Percy in 7, Flume in 8. Smokey in 9th, and Sadie, not quite yet. Fiat's the one in 10th right now. They rounded up the top 10, but it is a battle for 10th between Saki. We did see earlier getting to the tire wall coming out of turn 1. And bounce back to get a top 10 out of it.
Fight for about 6 to 8, and this has been absolutely wild for the last lap.
Bertie has finally gotten ahead of Enrique. Also, we see Bloom is up there, and we're seeing, oh, here comes Enrique. Enrique the inside. But that opens the door up for Bloom. Goodbye, Bertie. Capitalize again. 7. But Bertie right there fighting back.
This trio of Enrique, Flume, and Bertie just can't seem to stop fighting with each other right now. Aston versus a pair of Mercs, actually a trio of Mercs. That's PBR Monkey who's found his way into this fray as well now.
Yep, Enrique is an Aston Martin right now. While Flume Bertie and
oh, that's a dive!
Ooh.
And he goes for it again, and Bertie still trying to stay ahead of Monkey.
Got him.
It took 2 big dive bombs and just going all tires out over the chicane, but finally Bertie holds station over TBR Monkey. And now back over the chicane.
Meanwhile, with the lead of GT4, the gap's not that big anymore. I mean, it's still big, but it's not like pull out and freaking drive away big. It's like, you might be keeping up with him. Evo is trying to keep up with Darkser. But it's looking like it could get a little bit. Could either benefit Darkser because you got some lap traffic ahead. Benefit, or it could hurt Darkser. Evo's closing in. But it may not be for long though.
Oh,
trying to keep up.
Big dive bomb on Flume. May that have been too much? No, he didn't keep it. And another dive bomb, and now Bertie up to 7. And Flume slides on. He doesn't let Monkey get by.
Yeah.
Oh, and Monkey smashes the outside wall. No damage. He'll be able to continue, but the position he just got really gets thrown away right after this.
Yes. Meanwhile, Bertie is closing in on Enrique once again. Carl, the gap looks to be maybe 2.5 car lengths. Bertie's closing in.
And Evo got hit out of second. He just stopped a little earlier than
we see somebody going in. That is That's rough driving. Rough driving got into the grass a little bit. He lost a few positions there. Yes, Sam and Evo. While Darkster, we're gonna look on Darkster. Be pretty good so far.
Right now, Darkster is on a medium tire stint. He's on harder tires for right now to try and go a little longer. So he's pretty claiming to me that Darkster is going to go for a normal four-stop strategy.
Yep. Meanwhile, going by Chaos Box. Chaos Box that Darkster went by. If I'm correct. Chaos Box is in second five category. Enrique, we do see rough driving is bouncing back. Got up to fourth because he was ahead of Enrique before he got into the grass.
For those of you who invested in the GT5 fight, it's really not much of anything going on. TXM Turismo inherited the lead very early on and has been kind of walking off with the position for a good chunk of the day. Something has happened to Bertie. What's happened to Bertie? He is stuck in this big gaggle of cars. He lost two positions in this big glut of cars. He got drafted, but I don't know if there's anywhere he can go to make positions.
Have to make, some people would have to make mistakes. Meanwhile, we got this, we got a lot of Mercedes all over the action of Enrique, who I believe is still in third right now in the position. The rough driving is right there. He's going to try and... Oh, here comes Smokey. No, that's Bloom. That is Bloom right there trying to dive bomb on rough driving.
As I was saying,
oh, look at this! Look at Bloom!
Oh my goodness, there's no room for that!
Oh my god!
Oh,
are you kidding? Bloom was trying to dive bomb and then rough driving was trying to dive bomb and it didn't even work! Are you kidding me right there? Wow! Well, like, Bloom could have made a perfect move right there. And then freaking rough driving ruined it. Like, god damn you, rough driving. Wow! That sequence would have been beautiful.
Bertie says, I've had enough of this. Bertie gets alongside Enrique, then immediately aborts and jumps down into pit lane.
Bertie's like, yeah, that was enough chaos for me. I'm going in.
Alright, well now that we've calmed down a little bit, for those of you who are invested in the GT5 category fight, TXM Turismo inherited the lead early on, has been able to hold it for a good chunk of time, gradually opening his lead on everyone else. It has been UDP Chaos Fox who has been second for most of the time. However, Chaos Fox has elected to make his second pit stop a little earlier than everyone else, so he dropped down a bit. So the current second place now is Mullet 56 at the moment, followed by AMS Red. This is the best result that we have seen. Was the only Porsche in this entire event have thus far. He is currently third on track, fourth overall. Then you have Testadino, who's a little bit farther back, behind him. Like I said, is Chaos Fox, who just got done with their pit stop. And then Deception 276, who had some issues early on, has just been significantly off pace all day long, already a lap down to, I think about it, 2 laps down to the top category of cars. And then he had Green, who led in the bottom category early on, but he disconnected before 10 minutes was up. That is how TXM Turismo got the lead. I do apologize for not doing a lot covered on GT5, but I'm going to be honest, the bottom category has not had a lot going on as this has gone on today.
Yeah, that is correct with all of that. We have been mostly focusing on. Every so often I'll put it on the leader for GT5, but yeah, it's mostly been the GT4s that have had the more exciting battles going on.
Speaking of exciting battles, here comes Freeze to the inside of Saki. It's gonna be a drag race for Scenes versus Toyota. Evo's right there as well. Racing sideways up the curve, makes it stick. Now it's Evo. Evo gotta go deep to try and get by Saki. He's wide. Saki's trying to cross it back over. Side by side for 8. Freeze is gonna get away. And boom, Saki can't make it stick. So Evo now moves up to 8.
Yes. Ignore everything that's going on my ticker. Yes. Freeze is currently the one in 7th, not Evo. Technical difficulties again. And oh, Freeze is trying to save it there. It looked like he was trying to get. Looked like he was getting loose there. Able to save it. Evo is not too far. Despite saying he's in 7th, he is not. Evo is in 8th. Apologies for technical difficulties.
Meanwhile, we're about to look. CBL Flume going to go ahead and dump into the pits on this lap. Also, the leader in GT5 is going to go ahead and dump into the pits as well right now. Saki's coming to the pit, so that will break his fight off with Evo and Freeze.
Yes, indeed. Got one of the racing cars, Paradise. In 2nd right now, but we got ourselves looks to be battle for 3rd. Enrique Multi.
Full credit to Enrique, had a very, very bad time in Stint 1, but here in Stint 3, he has really come to life, has been single-handedly holding off up to a half dozen Mercedes all at the same time. I'm really impressed with what Enrique's been able to do today. And now your race leader, SFM Darker, gonna dump into the pit lane, knock out his 2nd pit stop. He'll be joined by Harry Paradise.
Harry Paradise. That will give the lead back to Enrique, who had it for quite a bit of time, actually. Oh, and we see Moki's also going in. Yep, Enrique takes the lead once again.
Should see Freeze move back up into 2nd once again as well.
Yep. Yes, Freeze is now back into 2nd.
Interesting thing for Darkster is now Darkster is going to have to deal with Freeze ahead of him. So he's going to have to run down Freeze and overtake Freeze manually. So
yeah, not just Freeze either. Yeah, not just Freeze either. Evo. He has to go by Evo as well.
You're right, I completely missed that. Evo pitted well earlier, and Darkster is now cycled out ahead of Darkster. So that's a very
you got
interesting
2.
game.
Yeah, you see he has to go by 2 this time. Granted, he's in 4th right now. Yes, Evo, he has to go by 2.
Darkster's pulled up right behind Evo on the back straightaway. If Darkster can nail these next 2 corners right, he should have a great chance at doing a nice, simple drafting overtake on that Mercedes.
Yes. And then he has to go after the Toyota Freeze. Here comes Darkster. Darkster's in the draft of the Evo.
Goes to the inside.
The right side. Yes, in the inside, and he's going to. That was really close right there to that car wall, but nonetheless, Darkster has moved up to 3rd, and he is now going to go after the Toyota of Evo. Like I said, I will continue to mention it. Ignore the ticker. Because as you can see, there is a significant gap, despite it saying that Darcy keeps passing it. You can see right there that Darcer has not passed. So I'm still having technical difficulties, but just to make sure that it's clarified when it comes to this.
Sam runs right behind FTC Sadie as they continue to fight for 6. The big thing though is that Sadie has yet to make their second tip some, so Sam will inherit this position sooner rather than later. Your leader at this stage is Enrique, as Enrique is leading on an alternate strategy. Will likely hit in about 2 laps time. Freeze KP will likely inherit the lead for about a lap afterwards, unless he gets passed by SF from Darkser. Oh, and look at Freeze's tires at 61%. Freeze might have to pit right now. Ignore what Darkser is doing. Freeze may have no choice but to pit right now.
He's not pitting this time. Despite the fact the fuel says he's got 40%, I would wager he's using sauce.
Now Sadie goes ahead. Here comes Darkser. Dives to the inside of Freeze. And Freeze with those burnt out tires. This has nothing to do to fight back.
Nope. Darkser is now up to second now. Like I said, Enrique got a good comfortable lead right now, but he will have to come in here soon.
He's now trying to keep XL Evo LX behind. Drop tires through the dirt. He's going to give the inside line to Evo. That's all that Evo needs. Evo completes the overtake on Freeze.
Now up to third. Oh my, Freeze is gonna have to come in here. Will he come in this time? Yes, Freeze is going into the edges.
We finally have a fight we're talking about here for 17th, 18th, and 19th overall. So this would be in the midfield of the GT5 category. It is Mole 56 ahead of AMS Fred and Tesla Emu. These three have Bradley all been closing down until the last few laps, and now they're all stuck on top of each other. Brad tries to make a dive a hole, there's no room there. The Porsche is all sorts of sideways. Emu is sideways as well over the curb. Can't capitalize. Motor hold station for now.
Yes, indeed. Yes, finally we got some action. Finally we get some action in the GT5 category for the first time this season. I'm not sure. I would assume I don't know if there's been action in 5 previous stints we've done. Maybe there is, but I don't know. But this is possible the person who hasn't seen GT5 is Enrique going by. We are on board with Red. Number 14.
Red has a draft on Mola, and Emu has a draft on Bread. This is getting really interesting as they go down the front straightaway here.
Yes, indeed. Red's gonna choose to go on the. Okay. Well, it looks like Brad was gonna be on the outside, but well, Brad makes it work.
Even behind Brad, sideways over the curb. Good way. And now both right back on the Porsche all over again.
All the while, Castellino is right there, watching it all unfold.
Second place in GT4 as the Darks are about to close in on this trio. He could have some effects on this fight. But
yes, indeed.
Emu behind. Now here comes Darks. Yes, he navigated all three of the drivers. Down in full position.
But he Might just see if he can try and go by them all at once on here. Yes, he gets all of them on the straight with ease. Now he has gone by. No trouble at all.
RT Henrique coming in the pits this time. So he'll finally make his second stop. Evo tries to go inside, outside, struggling to get by, but Evo finally clears that mess of cars.
Yes. Went 3 wide there for a little bit, but made it work.
Tested Emu's got to run on AMS Red. If you go for a little bit, the breaking's going to turn 2. Yes, he does. He's amazing. But these shots come at the last moment. He slides his forced wide. Emu slides. Emu gets the car cover. He goes deep. He slides one on exit. He's got him.
Tested Emu goes by both of them. Emu goes by both of them. To get what is essentially third, if I'm correct, in the GT5 category.
Yep, that is third for GT5 right now.
Maybe. Once again, Evo trying to see if he can close in on Gartzer again. Might not happen again because Evo might have to come in this time.
Here comes Brett on Emu once more. Has a big draft on him. Mullet's kind of lost touch with this duo. Where does Brett go? Go outside, inside. You can just stay in line. You gotta go to the inside. This is it.
He makes it work.
Emu's trying to cross him over. Brett wide. Emu dives back to the inside. Neck and neck in the turn 2 hairpin. Emu goes deep.
Dive bomb once again. Yes, indeed. Let's see, once again back in third in the GT5 category. Red is back all over the back bumper of Tessanimu right out.
Section. They both slide. Porsche with a little bit more control, it seems. That's going to be NWR Berkey about to come on this duo here.
Yep. Either that or it's Harry. No, over there. No, Harry's a way back. It is Berkey. Berkey's going to have to wait till they get out of this area. Berkey. I like to take the high side, but stay clear of the GT5 cars and buy them safely.
Like this fight is just about calmed down now. Brad seems to be gradually losing time to Emu. Finally give us all a bit of a chance to catch our breath. Stint 3 hasn't been the wildest stint ever, but when it gets wild, it gets really wild here today. Oh! And Evo gets knocked offline by one of the Mercs, and all of a sudden, here comes, and right there on Evo once more, here comes Enrique in the Aston, trying to navigate around the traffic, and there's contact!
Oh, get him in there!
McLaren, the Aston gets turned to the outside wall for a moment.
Oh.
Red is by.
But Henrique, risky and all, still got by. And he's still in 6th. No damage whatsoever to Henrique. He still goes by. It's mercilessly a scare, but it's Henrique. He's like, man, know that I can brush off. It was scared, but it's like I can brush off. Oh wow, he's trying. Enrique is trying to catch. Sam, as you see, Evo is about to come into the pits now.
Drivers begin to make their third round of pit stops.
We've had someone who has had a third pit stop, Deception and Fiat. Woo! Right now, so far, stream is still a go.
Fight for fourth underway as Enrique stalks Sam X219.
Yes, indeed. I would think when it comes to the lead in GT4, only what? I think 2 cars that have led are reversed. The other was the McLaren of Darkster and that accident.
Freeze led a single lap early on.
Yeah, Freeze, yeah. Not many. And when the Mercs did have the lead, it wasn't really long, pretty much. So the Aston and the McLaren, Darkster and Enrique, have combined led more times than a
Mercedes Mafia occupies 7 of the top 9 positions.
Yeah.
Mercedes has not led a single lap thus far in the sprint.
Yep. But yeah, pretty much both the Aston and the McLaren have led more times than the Mercs combined here tonight. Today, I should say. It's not evening yet. Close, but not quite. And as we see, Enrique finally goes by Sam for third.
3 different manufacturers hold the top 3 positions for now. Big thing to consider,
Yep, that's right.
Enrique on a radically different strategy compared to SFM Darks.
Yes, indeed. Enrique, I would assume, has mostly been on mediums as opposed to Darkster.
Yeah, I think Darkster ran soft.
Harry.
Darkster, I think, has done soft medium. Enrique, I think, has done medium. And Harry, I think, has done soft or medium soft, something like that.
Yeah. But we got Harry Paradise is coming has entered the pits now. So that means the two have led the most laps combined, more than any McLaren, not Mercedes, about to be 1-2 once again. These two have been the front runners here today. Darkster's been the more, I guess you could say, superior of the two. He's had more bigger gaps than, say, Enrique. I would say Enrique's had manageable gaps.
If Darkster can pull off this Stint win, it would be the third different manufacturer in the top half to win the C lobby, something that I don't think anyone else is paying. When you pull off, you see that you've got 9 out of 14 cars in the category, all being Mercedes. You think, oh, well, Mercedes is going to walk off with us all. But no, Mercedes has only won a single stint thus far. We've had Aston Martin 1 stint 2, and there might be a possibility here that we could see SFM Darkster and McLaren win stint 3. Enrique is not done yet. Darkster in the pit. Where is Darkster going to end up in relation to SRT Enrique? That is the question.
Enrique is now coming on to the oval turns 1 and 2 now. This might get very interesting. Could we see a showdown between these two finally? Who knows? These two have not had a battle so far yet.
Well, Enrique's just overtaken Darkster, has opened up a respectively large lead over Darkster for now. But again, Enrique still has 2 more stops to make. Darkster only has 1. Oh, who's that? Is that Bloom? Yeah, Bloom just went off in the hairpin. He's cooked his tires. Look at that. He's at 61% tires. Bloom pushed the tires too far, and now the time it can't keep it on track anymore.
Trying to keep it clean.
Yeah, it's actually moved Rough Driving back up to 3rd position. So it wouldn't be a Stint win. Rough Driving trying to dig his team out of the hole that the disconnect puts him in during the 2nd stint.
Yeah. It would be a massive improvement after what happened to his team in Stint 2. Like I said, his team won Stint 1, and then they got DC'd in Stint 2, and he was trying to help the team bounce back pretty much. Correct. He is the highest of the Mercedes right now. Not too far from him is Darkster.
Oh, Flume! Rex coming into the pits! No damage, but he spun him completely sideways just as he threw into the pits. I think this is the closest you can get without damaging the car.
Yep, but he made it into the pits regardless, and he is good to go. We got less than 40 minutes. Enrique would need 1 more pit.
Seems like this race is just going to be SFM Darkster just trying to cover SRT Enrique, making sure that Enrique doesn't pull off a crazy strategy that suddenly leapfrogs him ahead of Darkster. But I do think that Darkster has this one in the bag, and if that is the case, I think that coupled with the fact that Bloom has not had a great run, I think we would see Darkster's team go into the overall lead out of only the GT4 category teams here in the C lobby.
Yes. Woo!
Oh, Rough Driving tried to come into the pits and he missed it. That's the 2nd time we've seen someone try to come into the pits and miss it. Because they get on the apron and unsettles the car. Good news is Rough Driving has enough fuel to go around and then come back in, but that was it.
Like I said, he is the highest of the Mercs right now. Enrique off some lap of traffic. With these, that would be deception right there. That Stint Excite car. Yes, it is. That is deception that Enrique went by. Yeah, it's been both. I realize McLaren and Aston are UK-based manufacturers, so they are UK. Or 1 and 2 for the UK.
There's a fight going on for 8th position right now. Sadie is on worn-out tires. Berkey is on fresher rubber, but he is struggling to actually make it over the happen. Let alone make it stick. Rough Drive finally hit 13 position, so that will shuffle Harry Barrett nice back up in the 13th.
Yep. And Harry maintains to be in Merc in 3rd. And Sadie is going in 2nd.
come in, SRT Enrique is going to make these last few stops. He has to knock out the remainder of his pit stops for the next 26 minutes. I think that he went medium, and I think we'll probably draw softs at the end for the remaining two things on tires, but still, definitely been interesting to watch Enrique as it's gone on the strategy. He is rapidly leading more and more laps. And 15th of this, there might be a possibility that Enrique will be leading more laps today than what Darkster has.
Yes. We also see in the GT4 category, Muller's about to come in, but it is still in the lead in that it is PXM Darkster.
You mean Turismo?
Yeah, Turismo, PXM Turismo, yes. It looks like Castimu and Bread are still relatively close to each other. See, Bread is gone by Castimu right now for third in that category.
Keep an eye on UDD Saki. He might have fuel to go all the way around. Also, Saki is in an interesting position. I think he's the only Mercedes that is bringing up the front tires. He's bringing up the rear tires more than the fronts. So keep an eye on Saki. I'm really interested to see if Saki can even make it back into pit lane.
Well, you gotta also understand, I do think one of those tires did hook the tire wall earlier in the stint, and that sent him flying. So there is that to take into effect. For the first time, it looks, yep, there. Yep, Enrique is coming into the pits now.
That will transfer the lead of the race back over to SFM Dark.
It looks like in the process, Evo has lost second to Harry Paradise. Harry might be in second for a little while longer than Evo. Yes, Darkster is back.
Oh, Saki. Oh, Saki. Oh, Saki. Can he make it? Yes, Saki makes it.
Yes.
A little bit tighter than I think. Quite a So after making his third pit stop, Enrique has fallen to 6th behind the likes of Reese, Evo, Harry Paradise, and SFM Darkster. So Enrique really needs to figure out how to dig in and start making hay like the sun's about to stop shining.
Yep. We're about to get into getting close to the dark, pretty much. You can see the sun is coming down, so that probably might mean 45 might be in the dark, but like a guaranteed 5. Like a guaranteed 5 probably will be in the dark. And I don't know about 4.
Oh no! Formula has had a accident coming into the pits, and it looks like he hit the tire barrier.
Well, everything almost, yeah, looking at everything 100. Everything was 100 from before he came in. Wow. But he made it in and he is good to go. But we are going back on board with Bread. Holding a gap on Testadinu. Yeah, Formulaic. He's one of the 4 cars. We do have some battle going on. For 4th in the GT, Freeze. First he got by Freeze. Freeze in the Toyota. Birchie is in the Merc, and we also see the accident of Enrique. Enrique all over that going for a crease right now. We also see Bertie going by 5 cars at the SB move. They're coming up towards AMS Red. And Enrique get by crease right now. Stay in line so get 5 cars, but here comes Enrique to the inside with ease, gets by Grease, looking to close in on Bertie right now. Kind of a strange seeing the NWR, especially a top tier one with a driver like normally they would be an A-line. At least to me, that is.
Hard times following all teams, and sometimes they're just cars or certain cars or just don't click with, and you can't really perform when you more effective format.
Yeah, pretty much. So this is pretty new to me, seeing an NWR team so low.
Fiat is coming back into the pits already. And therefore stopped very early on. I have to wonder what's going on there. Is it just a wild strategy? I guess it's just a wild strategy. They might be running a 5-stop strategy.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. See, also, Deception is also on course with them 4 stops as well.
Now, Evo is pitting out of the 3rd position. So we're about to start seeing drivers make their final stops. It's still 29 minutes left in the event. If you pit now, you have to be careful because you can maybe make mediums last to the end.
Yes, indeed. 29 minutes remain in this stint.
The weekend continues to run in these tire tracks. Have to really put the elbows out to force his way by.
Never thought I would see the day of an HYR car, not only an NWR car.
Yeah, it's not like they're just battling for picks on some alt strategy. They are both made 3 stops at this stage of the race. They are fighting for position.
Yeah, they are. Fiat, the lowest car of the GT4.
No, Formula 8 is the lowest of the GT4s. And Enrique's made the move on Bertie. Now Bertie's going to have to draft and might have a chance to get Enrique back here down the straight.
Enrique got by Bertie. Fiat is letting him go by. He's not looking to battle. He'll just get out of the way of them.
It looks like Bertie has the car under him. That can really let him go and make some big moves. So Enrique is in 3rd and just gradually continue to walk away from Bertie. So again, the big question is, where does Enrique go to finish? It seems pretty obvious to me that Darkster has enough speed to easily walk off with a stint win. The question is, will Enrique be 2nd, 3rd, or 4th when all of this is said and done and over with?
How I usually see things. There's no doubt about it in this stint and Enrique's being top. Unless some situation happens, something, only an act of God stopped him from getting top onto the pit.
Yeah, like the disconnect.
Definitely.
Which would not be the first time
yeah.
the disconnect has screwed over somebody today.
Yeah, only.
Oh,
like,
Hershey sideways again. This time they didn't go all the way around, but Hershey sideways again, right before coming on to the bank court.
Yeah, but he is going into the pits now. Meanwhile, Harry Paradise is now in the pits. But I definitely think, no matter where, it all depends on the strategy. Could he finish first in the stint? I think definitely say 50.
I don't think that's
50,
in the
50.
cards.
I could see.
Well, I do think that Henrique will likely end up with a tired man over Darkster to the end of the race. The gap that Darkster has to Henrique in terms of sheer distance is so massive. I see no way that Henrique closes the gap down between himself and
I
Darkster.
could see. Yeah, I could see 50, 60, 40 that he could take the lead. But I definitely think it's iffy on where else. Second, third, but guarantee I could see Henrique getting it. Where it is, I have no idea. But top 3, definitely.
Darkster is choosing to make his stop now with about 25 minutes left in the stint.
Wow.
So Darkster will throw on the harder medium tires and just try to nurse those to the end. So Henrique will go back into the lead for a little bit longer here as well. I think the way all this is going to shake out, I think Henrique will end up leading more laps overall than what Darkster does.
Yeah, I can definitely. This, I think maybe we finally get a showdown here at the end with this. With about, we got 25 minutes to go, maybe. We finally get a showdown between Henrique and Darkster, maybe. We could see just who's the better of the two. You gotta think, Darkster's not too far back.
Rough driving is having a rough time driving around the traffic around him. He's also trying to fight with Harry Paradise right now. And I've been on board CBL Flume as he's slowly closing in. And oh, that is a big mess. That is the leader in GT So very nearly got knocked off track in the process. And now it's a rough driving by Harry Paradise. And CBL Flume is right behind Harry Paradise now.
Damn. Does that open the door? Nope. PXM Turismo still has a pretty sizable gap over Red and Castillo. It's not even close. Like, Turismo can easily afford a few small mistakes. He can make, he's not gonna need to worry about those parts. He's got such a huge gap that it's like not even close. Turismo might be coming into the pits right now.
Surprise me. Everyone only has about 12 minutes left to knock out their mandatory fourth pit stop.
Yeah, that's true, yeah. Guarantee you the stream will be hopefully still going, which I'm happy about. Okay, with some technical, more like in-game technical difficulties, but nothing in the console, which is good so far.
Harry Paradise continues to stay in CBL Flume's draft, but has not been willing to go crazy and make big moves yet. He might just be willing to move might be willing to wait for Flume to make the stop. And here we are, rough driving now pits out of third position. Flume is going to stay out for just a little bit longer. 21 minutes left in the event.
Yes. 11 till the mandatory window closes. They're on board Harry Paradise and Christian Raven Mercury. It's by Flume.
Wow, Flume very nearly got go. Paradise's rear bumper there.
Flume might be coming in soon. Enrique. Tires are looking pretty good on Enrique. I think Enrique can, well, as I say that.
Enrique just needs to make a stop. Doesn't necessarily have to be this lap. He can probably stop next lap. Throw on socks. Darkster is out of the question, but I do think that Enrique has a good shot at running down and overtaking Harry Paradise, especially if Paradise is spending so much time fighting with CDL Flume and other drivers.
Yeah, I definitely see top three. Again, it's very possible. We do have 10 minutes for mandatory hits.
Yep, and just a little bit less than 20 for the race.
Yep, less than 20 to go.
For those of you who want to see more action for TORA,
yes, on his
10 hours of sunset for the seat lobby, I will be covering and broadcasting stints 4 and 5 today. So be ready to keep an eye on that.
Yeah, he and I have been simulcasting, I guess you could say, in some cases this one, but needless to say, my stream is still going. It's a good thing. Yeah, there'll be solely him for the last two streams. I only said one, I can only do one. This particular one, here on my end. Got a lot of other things we need to worry about right now. Like that's all done. Yeah, I only got time for one, unfortunately.
On this little flagpole was currently fourth between CBL Flume and Sam X219. Flume has really kind of pushed his tires a bit too far. Sam has ran Flume down and is now looks like he'll be able to pass him here in the bank corner. And Sam's coming in, but Flume wants to stay out this. So no, Flume's going to come in as well. So Sam and Flume both coming into the pits this time.
Harry is still in it.
Sadius seems to be abnormally slow right now. And that car is destroyed. Oh my goodness, Sadius' car is completely destroyed. On the front, the engine's destroyed, the clutch is gone, just everything is gone. For Sadie, a bad day goes even worse. This is basically gonna walk her to a last place finish. In today's event, at least in Stint 3, for the GT4 car.
Yeah, that is going to hurt that team.
Oh, and here comes Enrique into the pits finally.
Yep, Enrique coming into the pits now.
The question is going to be, we know that Darkster has seen the gap. He should inherit it easily. The question is going to be in the fight for second. Enrique versus Harry Paradise. Where will they be in relation to the gun? Paradise clears Enrique with no issue whatsoever. That was very cut and dry.
Enrique is gonna have to battle Evo for third. Will easily have enough to be ahead of Saki.
Consider is that Evo, you look at Evo's tires, he's at 44%. I think Evo is likely locked in to making a pit stop in the next few minutes. So that would free Henrique up a little bit. The question, of course, is going to be, what is Harry Paradise going to be looking at? We figure that tires are not going to be an issue. He's probably on the medium tires. Henrique will be on soft tires, so it's going to be seconds, multiple seconds to lap faster than Paradise. But will there be enough time for Henrique to run Paradise down?
Paradise, looking at the telemetry right now, all of his tires are in the 20% range right now. Based off of that, I think Harry is safe to say possibly locked in second. But yeah, it's all Evo is the one that will play the factor.
One other interesting fight to keep an eye on, that will be Freese versus Saki. Both of those drivers have not yet made their final stop. They only have a little less than 5 minutes to make the final stop. Speaking of which, here comes Saki into the pits this time.
Yeah, but you also have to take into account that Evo is fuel. I don't know if he'll make it to the end.
Yeah, I think Evo is most definitely going to be hitting in the next lap or two, and we'll throw on another set stop. So I think Evo is the one driver who's really committed to a 5-stop strategy in this thing.
And it may cost Evo third, pretty much.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can kind of tell now when the tires start to go yellow now.
Big thing though is going to be for Henrique. If Henrique ends up catching Evo on track, Evo out of track, really going to hurt Henrique's chance to try and grab second from Harry Paradise. But if Evo gets off circuit before
Harry is not. Harry ain't gonna. I think Harry is on finishing second in this stint. It's really third. That is the one that I think Henrique is only going to catch. He's only going to be able to catch XL Evo, because when you see it with XL Evo and the tires and the fuel, yeah, there is no doubt that Henrique is going to get third. And he's already cleared some lap records, so there's no cars ahead unless Evo gets by. That is the Porsche of Apex Fiat. Now it's another car that is in between Evo and Henrique.
Freese has finally made his final stop.
Yep.
And let's see, where does Freese end up in relation to Saki? Well, looks like Freese is well ahead of Saki. So for the Mercedes Mafia, it was dominance. Then implosion. Kind of in the middle. In the top 10 position. 7 of them are Mercedes.
Evo's coming in. Evo is coming in.
But it looks like Burke is only going to get one spot in the podium. It's not even going to be the winning spot. And like I said, Evo's coming in. So I'm really curious to see where is Evo going to end up in relation to everyone else. If he ends up in the middle of this fight that has been going on for 7, 8, 9, that could get really crazy. Because Bucky, Boom, and Sam have already been really elbows out, fighting with each other for the last few laps. And if you throw Evo into the middle of that, it's going to get messy fast.
Yes, indeed. We see Henrique is going to go by the lap car of Fiat.
Monkey. Dive in here. Here comes Sam. Here comes Sam. Not too much issue.
Sam is at the tail end of this. Blues in the middle.
He's on fresh tires. He's only about 5 seconds out of this fight. You could see Evo get his elbows out and fight his way all the way up to potentially as high as 6.
Yes, indeed.
Well, Dramora, it's been a little while since we've actually been able to properly share broadcast with you.
Yeah.
But it is very
definitely
nice to be able to share this with you. And as the clock runs down and we're looking at only about 10.5 minutes left, what do you think is the biggest story that we have had here in Stint for the season?
Well, to be completely honest, in this stint, it's UK versus everyone else. Because Henrique and Darcher combined have led more laps than anybody. More than the Merc. More than Toyota. Because Toyota's never been out front this entire stint. So really, it's been a show of UK manufacturers versus everybody else, pretty much. Darcher's been out front quite a bit. Henrique shared quite a bit of laps as well at the front. So it's crazy that those are putting what proves my own stint. UK cars are flexing their muscles right now.
I would actually add to that and say that Mercedes having 9 of the 14 starters in the category. Despite that, they are set up to only have 1 position in the podium. Look at this madness going on from 6 to 8. No one can figure out what in the world.
Oh my god! Yeah, this is Sam, 219, go by. Sam is finally gotten clear of these cars, and he is in 6th place right now in this stint.
Tito has worked his way past Monkey.
Oh, Sam almost got loose. Oh, Sam almost got loose there. Bloom is right there. He's like, don't worry, I got you there, man.
And all that moves Bloom back into 6th for the moment. Sam trapped on the outside. Here comes Evo. Evo's on fresh tires. He's got big run of track. He's trying to make some passes here through 1 and 2.
Yep. Evo is right there.
Monkey with the big bomb on. Couldn't make the 6th though.
Yeah, that's quite a bit of cars right there. That's like 5. I know one of the cars is a lap car, but still, it's like crazy. Sam is out in front of these guys once again. We got about
Silently, I do want to go ahead and say this before we're done here. Silently, NWR Berkey, despite having a spin and several big slides and blah, blah, blah stuff, Berkey has put himself in 5th position. So silently, NWR Berkey has really turned things around. That coupled with the 2nd place that team got in Stint 2, they're finally starting to dig themselves out of the hole that the disconnect put them in back in Stint 1.
Yep. Absolutely. Going back off the board. Bloom has gone by Sam for 6. Bloom is out in 6th right now, not in 8th. He is in 6th place. While Darkster is got 3 good gaps. Got about 6 minutes to go.
I also want to go ahead and give a shout out to AMS Red. Red came from basically last category. It looks like they're going to come in second. And rough driving is paying out for. Oh, that's unexpected.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's surprising right there. But it looks like for the most part, that changes everything.
Yeah, all of a sudden, this fight with Flume, Sam, Bucky, and Ito, this is now what a 4-way fight with a 5th position all of a sudden.
Yeah, with Flume being the one who is currently out 5th right now. Then it's Sam, and then it is so far Moki, and then it's Ito. And it's a lap car right there. That is a lap car right there. 96, I believe. That could be Priest. I think that's Priest. No, that's not Priest. Who is the 96? It's gotta be.
That is a lap car.
Yeah, Formulac. That's Formulac. Formulac. Yeah, Formulac is the lap car. He's just among these guys right now. But it is not Sam. It's Bloom in 5th. Then Sam in 6th. And then it's Moki is the one behind them. It's kind of all confusing when it comes to this order and getting closer to the end. They go by, looks like that is Turismo they went by. That's 4th. Yeah, not Sam.
Harry Paradise and SRT and VK right now. At the moment, it looks like Harry Paradise has the advantage, but only barely. I think there's still a very significant possibility that Henrique could catch Paradise in the last minute of this event.
Yeah. And after that, it is Bloom ahead. Then it's Sam in 6th. I believe it is Mookie in 7th. And then it's Evo in 8th. I believe that looks like it's Rough Riders. No, that's not Rough Riders. It might be somebody else, but it is CBL Flume. Sam is 6th, and then it's Mookie, and then Evo. These are cars that's like it's all going back and forth.
Well, we missed it. A fight is starting to brew for 2nd place in the DC5 category. Tested Emu has caught AMS.
Back at it again. Back at it again. But it looks like it might not be for long.
Red may have bigger problems. He's only got 5% left in the tank with only about 2 minutes and 15 seconds left. Will Red have the fuel to make it to the end?
I don't think he will.
But Emu has a dipset problem. Look at Emu's tires. He's already on.
I think he can make it. I think he can definitely make it. Unlike, I'm surprised Brett is like, I'm surprised Brett's staying out right now. They think they could make it. Meanwhile, here comes.
Lap, I don't think. So, yeah, if Brett makes it, it's going to be close. But I think Brett could have second in the cars. The big thing, though, is that if he saves too much fuel, Emu's going to get him. The counterpoint is that Emu's a big tire issue as well.
Yep. That's the thing about it.
Also, Henrique has gotten down to about 3 seconds from Harry, but is just going to run out of time.
Yeah, they're not gonna. I don't think they have to make a pull. They got about a minute left here. I think they might be able to make it. They'll be on fumes.
Emu does not have a fuel concern. His problem is tires. Greg does not have a tire concern. His problem is fuel. 40 seconds left. Emu puts the power down. Going back straight away. It's gotta be a
Yeah,
tight
he
race for
realizes.
second. He's got him.
He's trying to. Yeah, Brett's trying to be like, yeah, I'm not gonna battle you here too much. I need to just like conserve the fuel because they're gonna be. By the time they cross the line, it's like, is he gonna be able? Is he gonna come in? Brett's not. I don't think Brett's gonna come in. I think he's gonna make it.
He's gonna make it. Over the top, but he's gonna make it to the end. Will he get third place? Brett's going to the outside. What's going to the very end?
Not enough.
Time's up. Over. Wow. Well, that could be more than a little controversial, considering that.
Yeah, but that's the.
I don't know who was actually ahead there at that point. It might be Brett, it might be Emu, I'm not really sure who it was.
But yeah, the running order. The order is Darkster wins the stint, followed by Harry Paradise, SRT Enrique in third, and then it's NWR Birchie. And it is a CBL Flume, I believe.
Yep, it's CBL Flume
But I thought
then TBR
Moki. Oh, yep. And then it is Sam in the grass, followed by Evo. Rough driving is.
Nope. Freeze is ninth. And then rough driving is 10th. But those two are right on top of each other. That could be decided.
Yes, and then it's.
UDP Stocky is
Stocky
way
11th.
farther back in 11th right
Yes,
now.
and then we got Fiat 12th. Formulac is in 13th, and then I believe this is the final one in the GT4 category. FTC Stadium last.
Yep,
then we come
the
to the
GT5 category. It goes to PXM Turismo, who led nearly every lap today. So that's back-to-back stint wins by that Apex team.
Yes.
Second place, we don't really know.
Tested Emu.
It's either
Yeah, we saw him cross the line. Tested Emu. When he crossed the line, Tested Emu was ahead. So Tested Emu is second in that, followed by Bread in third. Chaos is in fourth. Mullet is in fifth. And then Deception is in sixth, if I'm correct, in GT4.
Yeah, those are the numbers I'm
the
looking
only
at
one
as well.
DC to, yes.
We're gonna wait a little bit and then see if any of our top finishers will be willing to jump in and talk with us.
Yes, but it was.
But if not, we'll end up moving on. But yeah, just stand by. We're gonna wait a little bit to see if anyone's gonna be willing to talk with us.
Yeah, but it would have to be on your end because I will be ending this stream here soon. So yeah, I'll probably will be ending the stream here, unfortunately. But if you are going to do that, it will have to be on your end for this stint. So, yep. This lasted 2 hours. I don't want to last it any longer, considering obviously the situation with my console. So, yep. Please go check out Insane Leader's stream. You will be doing the remaining stints. I am out. Peace.